What up, man? It's Vash. I'm doing this what is it called? Infamous First Lights. It's gonna be kind of cool, man. Playing Infamous again. I ain't played Infamous in a minute. You know, man. Let me move this screen real quick. It's cool. I had to move the little screen or whatever. But yeah, man. I'm playing Infamous First Light, man. It was free on the PS. I went ahead and downloaded it. I mean, it's free. What you want me to do? Y'all can read all that. I'm not reading all that shit. I'm not even going to be talking about the game for the most part. I myself am going to be just providing some color commentary based on my life for the most part. I don't got to talk about the game. You are watching the game, so there's no point in me talking about the game that you are watching for two reasons. One, you watching the shit. Two, this game's quite old. Not old, but subtitles. This game not old, but it's been out for a minute, so there's no point in providing commentary about the shit. I'm pretty sure you motherfuckers can tell me commentary about the game. You know what I'm saying? But just want to give you some like color commentary about my life. You know what I'm saying? That might be more, you know what I'm saying, of a story than me just rereading certain shit that you can fucking see on the screen yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, my name is officially Stephon Marcus Taylor, but when I was 15, I did a switch of names, and I switched my middle name with my first name, so my name is Marcus Stephon Taylor instead of it being Stephon Marcus Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I just like Marcus better. And growing up, my family called me Mark anyway. I'm from the South, Atlanta, Georgia, so Mark is pronounced Mark. You know what I'm saying? Mark. Yeah, just it's like M-A-R-C, but it's pronounced like mob. That's the best way I can put it. Just without the B, it's like mob. That's it. That's how we say it down here. And yeah, just growing up, they always called me that. So it just like nobody ever said Stephon or Steph or anything like that. So I would just like I'll just go by the middle name as the first name. It's just better. I was born in 1989, October the 6th, at Georgia Medical Baptist Hospital. It still exists, but it's a totally different fucking place than what it was when I was born. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was 25 years ago, so, you know. Yeah, man, I was born in 1989, October 6th, 1989. In Atlanta, Georgia. My dad was in the military. He started off in the Navy, then he switched over to the Army. My mom is a school teacher. She teaches special education. She's been doing this shit for as long as I've been alive. And my dad has been in the military. He just recently retired about like 2 or 3 years ago or whatever. And now he is a facilities coordinator at Manhattan Associates, a company in which I also work for on a consultant level. I don't work there all the time. I graduated from Georgia State when I was 20. I have a degree in computer science. I don't know why they call it a degree in computer science, to be honest with you, because there's nothing scientific about the shit. Like when you hear science, you think of chemistry and shit like that. For the most part, the only science that we ever did was really just applied science, I guess you can say. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I had to fucking like, do anything on a biomechanical level. It was just applied sciences. But most subjects in life are applied sciences, so it's kind of weird to say. But yeah, I graduated with a degree in computer science or whatever, and I just started, like right off the bat, I was just like, I can just do some programming for like various companies and shit. You know, that's what I did when I worked at the smoke shop. Actually, I was actually doing various computer jobs there. And I worked at the smoke shop, and in Austell, Georgia. I did a video there once. I think it was a 541 Bleach review. Yeah, I was just really doing computer consultant work there. You know what I'm saying? For my friend John, it was his company. You know what I'm saying? I was doing computer work there. And, that just kind of what I've been doing all this time. I worked in a school system. You know what I'm saying? For, since like 2012 or something like that, and I didn't like it at all. The only reason I did it was because my mom, like I said, she works in the school system, so I was just kind of like, you know, I'll give it a try. You know what I'm saying? I'll see what this is like, you know. But I just didn't really. I wasn't really feeling it like that though, to be honest with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't like it. I don't know how my mom did it for all these years, you know. I did what they call like a technology center, which is just a computer teacher. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey kids, you know, fucking push enter to play this math game or some shit like that. You know, so it was just boring as fuck. And I didn't like it though, man. I liked the holidays, you know what I'm saying? I liked going home early, but I just it was no purpose. I felt like I wasn't doing anything other than just like, you know, wasting time. I never want to do anything just for the sake of getting the picture. I want to enjoy what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, not enjoying this. So now I work for the same company that my dad works for. It's called Manhattan Associates, and it's just consulting work. Like, they call me in when they need something to be done, which is quite a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a lot of IT people at my dad's come. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of them motherfuckers steal stuff. Like a lot of them. I'm talking about like a lot. They steal quite a lot. So they call me in quite a bit of times, you know what I'm saying, to do some minor IT consultant work, and they pay me, you know what I'm saying, a fairly decent amount, you know. And I also work, sorry about that, it's my phone, he was texting me right now. Whatever. I also work part-time at the Red Cross building, and that's just, again, nothing. You know, it's just a way to get money for that point, you know what I'm saying? You know. I love working with computers. I love doing stuff on computers, you know what I'm saying? But I just find when you have to do that shit, like when you have to, it becomes boring. Like when I was young, I used to always take stuff apart to see how it worked because I wanted to see the inner workings of technology. And then when I got my degree, I was like, wow, man, look at this shit, man. I can, like, I'm doing this shit, you know. I know how to write a program, and I know how to fucking, you know, do, like, you know, code encryption and all this shit. Oh man, JavaScript is so awesome. But then you have to do it for someone. You have to, and you just kind of like, fuck this. You know, fuck this. That's almost like, it's almost like, you know, the thing with like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory though, man. Like, I really believe that if they had continued that story, Charlie would have hated that damn factory. Because it might have been like some childhood nostalgia, you know what I'm saying? It might have been, oh man, it's a chocolate factory. But after a while, you get tired of this shit. Like, I had part-time jobs at Walmart and at Target, and I fucking hate those places now. Just because. You know what I'm saying? I fucking hate those places just because I used to work there. You know what I'm saying? It annoys the shit out of me. So, yeah, man, like having to work on computers all the time, slightly annoying. You know, it's just slightly annoying to have to do it for somebody. But, you know, that's what I majored in, so I can't really complain. I'm in school right now, actually. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I was in school to get a teaching certificate. You know, which is still, you know, education, you know, get a bachelor's degree in education. That's still a 4-year program. But I switched it just this past semester. I switched it to history of Western civilization. It was kind of a random thing, you know. I was just kind of like, you know, just kind of want to do something different, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of want to just major in history. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but, you know, just kind of wanted to major in history or something like that, you know. Because I don't think I want to be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already had, you know, experience working in the school system and I hate it. You know what I'm saying? You might ask yourself, why do you hate it? And I hate it because I realized, man, that hold on for a second. I got to look at this monitor real quick. Hold on. But I realized that the school system itself is just a giant business, which I hate that. I knew college was, and I expect that shit from college. You know what I'm saying? But the elementary, middle, and high school, man, everybody just there for the sake of paper, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that everybody's just there for the sake of money. That's not good, man. It's not good. You can't really mold a mind if you only there to collect the paycheck, which is kind of like, I don't care what you motherfuckers learn. I'm getting paid for it either way. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit, and especially, you know, with the way kids hate school now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your mentality. As long as I'm getting a check, it don't matter. You know, that's fucked up. You know, and also, I just don't like the fact that the teachers are also to blame for like students not making AYP, the annual yearly performance inside of school. You know, parents just want to automatically blame a teacher. And I've been in the school setting. I'm just like, okay, some of this is your fault as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Some of this is your fault as a parent. At the same time, some of it, I'm not saying it's the kid's fault, but people don't learn at the same rates. You know what I'm saying? So if your kid is falling behind, man, they have classes for that. But if you want to spare your own self the embarrassment of having your kid placed, you know what I'm saying, in a reader, you know what I'm saying, educator's class, something like that, then you're an asshole. And that's kind of what I saw in the school system, just nothing but assholes. So I was just kind of like, nah, I think I want to be here, you know. I just left, you know. But right now, man, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. Like I'm doing this computer shit, you know what I'm saying. But I find myself writing a lot. I want to. That's all I do. You know what I'm saying. I just write stuff down. Like my friend Anthony, he's an artist. Like right now, he's a tattoo artist or whatever. But he's actually drawing a manga to see, you know what I'm saying, if it can catch some sort of like fire or whatever. And he asked me to write a story because he read some of the stories that I've written on my laptop or whatever. And yeah, I'm finding myself to enjoy the fuck out of that. Like I really want to write stuff down. Like I think that's why I fucking majored in history, because I'm like, man, if I can get some historical references, I can tweak these references into my own sort of fantasy and just make a story from there. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. I like writing. I enjoy writing stories down. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be what my passion is. I want to be a writer. You know, I don't know how close I am to actually being a writer, but you know, I might want to be a writer. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. I might want to be a writer. You know, and writers' days are mostly spent on computers anyway, so I have the fortitude to do that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? There's that. I have the fortitude to do that. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? What else? A lot of people might want to know where my name came from. The YouTube name, the Vash, the Stampede. And in the beginning, or whatever, like when someone asked me that shit early on, like not early on, but I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. It might have been like 2 years ago or something like that. Initially, they said that they got that from Tekken, because I asked Tekken one question on one of his answer time videos or whatever, and he said that my name probably came from my name being Sam or Samuel or something like that. And I kind of just ran with that shit for a minute because that's what everybody kept saying. But then somebody actually asked me, and I was just like, no, my name has nothing to do with Sam. Like this one dude I did tell him like, my name's Sam, because he kept saying Sam, and I never did correct him. I just kind of like, yeah, whatever, my name's Sam. But then I was just kind of like, no, dude, like my name is Marcus. You know what I'm saying? That Vash the Stampede shit was honestly, I did Vash the Stampede with the S and the T capitalized to symbolize my fucking initials, you know, Stephon Taylor. But that was taken. Vash the Stampede was taken. Even Vash the Stampede in that connotation was taken. So I was just like, damn. So then I just dropped the T and it became Vash the Stampede, and it was, you know, it accepted it. And just to make it just stand out, just recently I just changed the S, the A, and the M to be capitalized. I don't know why. I just made a capital in the middle of the word. So that was it, you know. There's nothing special behind it. I wish it was, you know what I'm saying? I wish it was something special behind that name. I actually wish I had thought about the name before I made the channel, because I made the channel, you know what I'm saying, thinking that you had to have a channel to be on YouTube. But I didn't know that you didn't. So I just kind of made the first thing that came into my mind. At the time when I made this channel, I was watching Trigun a lot. I was watching Adult Swim a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was an impressionable teenager, so I just kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just make this channel, and then that was it, you know? And that's where the name Vash the Stampede came from. And it's not a sexy story at all, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, whatever. You got, you know, you live and you learn from shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like, whatever. But yeah, man, like, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this little gameplay that I did, man. I'll probably bring you another one later on today. Gonna feature my brother.